Azrie'l. Oh my gosh, this is so... I never know how to do an intro for YouTube. I'm Azrie'l. I am a transparent healer. I am an energetic artist. I am a mother of 3 boys. And I am here to share with you beginner spiritual tips and advice and guidance when it comes to after leaving religion, becoming into spirituality. And so this video is going to be about programming a pendulum. What is a pendulum for? What is a pendulum? How can you use it? How to program it? How to cleanse it? Etc. So let's jump right in. So this is a pendulum. I'm sure, as many of you know, they come in different sizes, shapes, different... I want to say the word mediums, but that's not the word I'm looking for. This is a crystal. I forget which crystal it is. Oh, but I was drawn to. Nonetheless, so what a pendulum is, it is used as a divination tool, a spiritual divination tool, to help you gain insight or clarity onto a situation, and it can be used for healing as well. And I'll give some like recommendations, like some do's and don'ts at the end of the video. So that's what that but was for, but I'll wait. I'm gonna be looking at my notes. Beginner shit. Pendulum is a spiritual divination tool to get some insight or clarity on yes or no questions. If a beginner, I recommend for you to use like basic inquiries. Honestly, don't ask nothing heavy on this pendulum if you're a beginner, because, and this is one of the don'ts. Sometimes the energy connected to it do not be accurate, and that just depends on how you're feeling and how you're feeling about the situation and other factors that come into play. So right now we'll talk about how to choose your pendulum. I would recommend that you go into an actual physical store so that you can have a more intimate experience, and so that you can like start working on your intuition more as well. I saw other pendulums, right, obviously, but I was led to this one, and I believe, I'm not gonna sit here and try to figure out what crystal this is. I'm sorry guys, I don't remember what it was. I believe it has something to do with psychic abilities and searing, okay, which is when you can veer into the future. You can see things for what they are, and you can see them in depth. This is nerve-wracking. So as I was saying, they come in crystals, they come in wood, they come in metal, they come in glass. Use how you feel, your intuitive senses, and whatever pendulum is attractive to you, go for it. And so now we'll get into the cleansing. What you want to do for your cleansing, there are many different ways to cleanse your divination tools, your spiritual tools, especially. There's just many ways to cleanse, okay? Depending on how you want to cleanse, what works for you, I'm gonna share some. You can sage it, right? You can sage, light the sage, smoke it. You can sit it in some pink Himalayan salt. I will recommend for at least 5 minutes, just to get that energy that was on there off of it, so you can have a clear, what the hell? I had that word and I forgot it. It's not gonna come to me, but it's on the tip of my tongue, so that it can be clear. Okay, we're cleansing. You can use Palo Santo. Wipe it down with Florida water. Okay, you can run it under cold water to release former energies that was attached to it, or you can simply imagine white light over it. And prayer and cleansing are like one and the same, but I would recommend to do both, right? Because why not? Extra protection, better spiritual hygiene, so that you can reset it, so that you can attune to it, so it attunes to your energy. Prayer is a good source to set intentions, and so you can just pray a simple prayer. I pray over my pendulum that it helps me to receive clear and honest information. Is that simple. You cater your prayer to how you need it. And also, when it comes to cleansing, use what you have. If you don't have any of these things, a white light, a protective white, well, not a protective, a cleansing white light. So you can just imagine white light pouring down on it like rainfall, or you can just imagine it being surrounded in white light, and simply state your intention so that it gets cleansed. Use what you have. You don't have to break your back. Hold on. I remember when I didn't even have a pendulum yet, or either I lost my pendulum and I had like a crystal necklace. Okay, I cleansed that necklace and I used it as a pendulum. You can also do that as well, as long as you go through the steps, right? So that so that it can be used correctly. When it comes to programming is very simple, very easy peasy. And so you're gonna hold your pendulum. You're gonna ask for it to show me a yes. Pendulum, can you show me a yes? And you're just gonna watch which way it sways. You see it's going back and forth. Pendulum, can you show me a no? We're gonna wait for it to switch directions. Okay, so now that you see it swing side to side. And pendulum, can you show me a maybe or neutral, you know, like an indecisive? And as you can see, it's going in a circle. Now you have to obviously be really still with this. Do not persuade your pendulum to move the way that you want it to move. Obviously that would be very inaccurate information for you to receive through this type of divination. You want it to be an honest, clear answer. And if you feel like you're not in a space to receive an honest, clear answer, then just wait. Do a breathing meditation. You can do like a 5-minute meditation to clear your mind and then come back to it. I would not recommend trying to read your pendulum when you are like frantic or, you know, filled with anxiety, when you have these other type of energies that are going to interfere with the energy of your pendulum, because it is as well connected to you and probably whatever experience that you're asking about. It's that simple. Watch which motion, and that's it. I ain't gonna repeat myself. These are the recommendations, or like the do's and the don'ts. I've learned, depending on the question or the situation, that energy connected to it can be misread or misled. Either or. Okay, so I'm about to share a personal experience of what happened to me with my pendulum and how I truly believe that it was right. I lost my wallet. That's what happened. I lost my wallet. When I lost it, I was with a past friend. I was riding in her car. At the time we were like carpooling. She was helping me with my newborn, but something had happened in the midst. I don't know what happened between us. Something had happened between us, and I thought, I swear to y'all, I thought she was being petty, and I thought she hid my wallet from me. Like, I thought she was withholding my wallet for me. And this was the time where I was like really projecting shit and really in that lack phase. Like, you know, when you got money but you don't have enough money that you need, when you're still struggling and you're like pinching. Pretty much, you're fucking pinching. Okay, that's the space that I was in. So I was like pissed. I was upset. I said, do you have my wallet? And then I was texting another past friend about this, but she wasn't really helpful. I mean, she was, but she could have been more honest with me from the get-go. But that's how I learned that sometimes the reading behind the pendulum is not always accurate, because I went to my pendulum and I asked it, is my wallet in the car? Do she have my wallet? Right? But the pendulum kept saying yes, right? But it's because like I'm pissed off and I want my pendulum to like tell me, yeah, it's in there, and it wasn't. It was in the fucking house. It was in my goddamn house. And so yeah, be mindful of how you approach your pendulum, mental and emotional well-being, feelings, whatever. If you ever watch this, I'm pretty sure they would probably know. I apologize for that. It would be very best to be clear and set an intention with your pendulum, okay? And I feel like I can't get no simpler than that. If you have any questions on that, just drop it in the comments. You can always get a better outcome from your pendulum, a better reading when your mind is clear. Like I said, when you're emotionally stable, when your nervous system is more regulated. I just ran through that word like crazy. Nervous system is more regulated. You can definitely get a clearer answer from your pendulum and not have it be confused itself, because you know it's a pendulum. It's everything has its own energy. And my last do is to trust in yourself more than you trust in your pendulum, which means trust your intuition and trust your insight, trust your gut feeling more than you work to trust on your pendulum, honestly. I rarely use my pendulum, to be for real. It's something that is like really boggling me and I need to find out, but I usually use it for simple things, honestly. Did you not, please, this actually, do not use your pendulum to find out if somebody likes or love you or if somebody wants you. Why are you wasting your time? Why are you wasting your pendulum time? Why is you wasting time? Okay, we don't got time for that. You'll know if they love you by their actions. If you have to question it, probably, probably a dud. I think that's all I have to share. Let me ponder. Okay, I wanted to share something else what you can use your pendulum for. So I actually use a different pendulum. Where is my shit? Okay, I found it. I use a different pendulum for when I'm doing energy sessions to can help me understand, help me clear energy, but also help me understand if a chakra is open or closed or needs to be, open some more, stuff like that. So this is my, where is the camera? This is my pendulum for energy sessions, energy work. And yeah, I think I covered everything. I'm getting back into making YouTube videos, so hope this wasn't too long for your attention, and I hope it was clear and straight to the point for you. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, or if you already have a pendulum, share what you have. Doesn't bother me none. I like engagement though. So if you like to comment, like, and subscribe to support, thank you.